Recognition arrives when disparate life elements begin forming coherent patterns. This phenomenon differs from magical thinking where obstacles vanish without effort. Instead, it represents deeper understanding of forces that have been operating throughout your experience. Chaos reveals its underlying structure. Previously invisible currents become apparent. The sensation of struggling against opposing forces diminishes as you discover alignment with natural flow. Your arrival at this moment reflects crossing a significant threshold rather than random chance. Universal intelligence shifts from testing your preparedness to observing your performance. This transition from preparation to action fundamentally alters how reality responds to your intentions and efforts. Most individuals spend decades collecting credentials and qualifications while waiting for external validation. They accumulate skills like collectors, believing sufficient preparation will eventually earn recognition from authority figures. This waiting game produces endless delay because the permission they seek must come from within. Confidence emerges through movement rather than contemplation. Perfect moments rarely exist in a world that specializes in imperfect timing. Your current state differs significantly from this waiting pattern. Movement has become less frightening than stagnation because preparation has transformed into comfortable imprisonment. Comfortable prisons eventually become unbearable to anyone possessing genuine life force and creative potential. Universal intelligence observes how you navigate small challenges before presenting larger opportunities. Your responses to unexpected plan changes, treatment of people when no observers matter, internal dialogue during solitary moments, consistency when convenience disappears, grace under success, resilience through failure. These seemingly minor interactions function as continuous evaluation criteria. Gradual progression through these tests occurs without conscious awareness of their significance. Performance improves not through perfection, but through consistent demonstration of character development. Something shifts within reality's fabric surrounding you. Previously locked doors open naturally. Unavailable people become accessible. Impossible opportunities present themselves clearly. These developments reflect recognition rather than coincidence or luck. Universal forces identify frequencies that match readiness for expanded experience. This frequency differs entirely from positive thinking techniques or visualization practices. It represents becoming someone capable of handling desired outcomes without self-destructive reactions. Examine recent months carefully for evidence of internal transformation. Count decisions that felt frightening yet correct. Notice occasions when truth took precedence over comfort. Recall situations where you departed from apparently beneficial circumstances that felt wrong intuitively. Remember instances when you maintained commitment despite strong impulses toward escape. These moments functioned as examinations that you passed without recognizing their evaluative nature. Authentic testing focuses less on correct answers and more on character development. The goal involves becoming someone who trusts instinctive guidance, operates from integrity, and maintains equilibrium through both success and failure. Universal intelligence provides what you need to demonstrate readiness for what you want rather than immediate fulfillment of desires. Smaller versions of dreams appear first, creating practice opportunities for embodying expanded identity. Safe failure experiences teach forward movement through setbacks. Quiet success opportunities develop capacity for achievement without losing authentic self. Your tolerance for meaningless activities has likely decreased dramatically. Conversations that previously drained energy now feel impossible to engage. Situations once accepted now feel suffocating. People whose approval seemed important now appear limited by fear. This represents frequency evolution rather than judgmental attitude development. Energy shifts create changes in what excites or intimidates you. Previous sources of enthusiasm lose their impact. Former fears become manageable challenges. Goals that seemed impossible now feel inevitable. This transformation occurs not because external circumstances became easier, but because internal strength developed quietly, without need for announcement. Readiness represents absence of resistance rather than confident feelings or complete knowledge. It arrives when you stop fighting natural currents and begin swimming with them. Focus shifts from controlling outcomes to showing up fully for whatever appears before you. Your entire life experience has prepared you for this recognition moment. Every heartbreak that failed to destroy you contributed essential resilience. Every failure that provided valuable lessons added wisdom. Every moment when surrender seemed attractive, but continuation built determination. Every choice favoring growth over comfort expanded capacity. Every decision selecting love over fear strengthened your foundation. You have transformed fundamentally from the person who began this journey. Recognition creates instant change because truly seeing yourself alters everything. Posture shifts. Breathing deepens. Voice carries different authority. Presence affects space differently. People around you will notice these changes before you consciously recognize them. They will observe different choices, new boundaries, and certainty that previously did not exist. Some individuals will celebrate your evolution, while others feel threatened, because your readiness highlights their own unpreparedness. Your willingness to embrace power forces them to confront their comfort with powerlessness. When universal intelligence recognizes your readiness, your responsibility involves movement when called, speech when words serve, stillness when quiet benefits the situation, and trust in the intelligence that brought you to this point. Your job does not include convincing others of anything. Signs multiply around you now, though these differ from forced synchronicities that spiritual seekers chase. Quiet whispers replace loud announcements. Numbers follow you with subtle persistence. Overheard conversations deliver precisely needed messages. Books fall open to relevant pages. People appear carrying exactly what your soul craves. Your response to chaotic environments has evolved significantly. Where once you absorbed every emotion, drama, and crisis as personal responsibility, now you can remain present without drowning. Deep feeling continues without losing yourself. Caring happens without carrying excessive burden. A new stillness exists within you, different from suppression patterns. This represents someone who found their center and refuses displacement. Your dreams transform both during sleep and waking hours. Nighttime dreams become more vivid and prophetic, resembling conversations with parts of yourself just emerging into awareness. Waking dreams shift from vague hopes toward detailed blueprints with timelines and actionable steps. Universal intelligence shows glimpses of approaching developments, not to create impatience, but to facilitate preparation. What approaches involves completely different ways of being alive that most people never discover because readiness remains undeveloped. When universal intelligence recognizes your readiness, protection from yourself ceases. Cushioned falls and softened lessons become unnecessary. You receive treatment matching your actual powerful nature, rather than limited presentations you have shown the world. This expanded recognition can feel overwhelming initially, as opportunities flow faster than processing capacity allows. People begin seeing you differently, expecting more, treating you as someone with answers. Your current life feels too small for who you are becoming. Conversations seem shallow, goals appear insignificant, problems that once consumed attention feel trivial. You outgrow your former existence in real time. Growth always involves death of previous identity, stories, limitations, and comfortable smallness that provided safety while maintaining restriction. This death proceeds gently rather than violently, resembling removal of clothing that no longer fits. Initial resistance occurs because familiar items feel like permanent possessions despite restricting movement and breathing. Universal intelligence waits for you to remove outdated beliefs about capability, stories about deserving, fears about full self-expression. It anticipates your emergence from hiding behind expected versions toward being the version others need. Readiness means recognizing that the world needs your specific contributions right now, exactly as you are with imperfections, uncertainties, and unanswered questions. Your unique medicine, perspective, and problem-solving approach have been developing throughout your entire experience. This medicine appears in how you comfort suffering people, see solutions others miss, hold space for complexity and contradiction, and refuse simple answers to complicated problems. Your questions, doubts, and refusal to accept inadequate explanations represent valuable gifts rather than weaknesses. Universal intelligence asks for expansion of who you already are rather than transformation into someone else. Stop apologizing for intensity, sensitivity, unique worldview. Stop dimming light to comfort others. Stop playing small when the world needs people willing to embrace magnitude. Playing big means becoming fully present rather than loud or aggressive. It involves showing up completely instead of offering edited versions. Speaking truth despite voice trembling. Choosing love when fear feels safer. Trusting bone-deep intelligence when logic argues otherwise. This represents your time not because you earned it through suffering or finally organized your life properly. This is your moment because time itself readies for your contributions. The world prepares for changes only you can create. Universal intelligence stops watching preparation and begins witnessing transformation of everything you touch. Your connection to this message confirms recognition of internal truth. Words resonate because you have been living this shift without adequate language to describe the experience. Universal intelligence does not create timing mistakes or send messages to unready recipients. If these concepts affect you differently than they would have months ago, if internal recognition accompanies these words, then confirmation already exists. Additional signs become unnecessary. Further preparation proves redundant. Permission from others holds no requirement for stepping into what awaits. The patient version of yourself waiting in the wings, whispering ignored suggestions, knowing exactly what needs to happen next, will not wait indefinitely. Readiness carries expiration dates. Opportunity windows close according to cosmic timing rather than personal convenience. Your moment occurs right now in this breath, this second, this choice between comfortable familiarity with outgrown patterns or bold advancement into emerging identity. Universal intelligence completed its preparation work through testing, strengthening, and development. Now it observes your response to everything provided. Stop waiting for better moments because this moment contains optimal timing. Stop seeking more certainty because certainty develops through movement rather than analysis. Stop expecting fear's disappearance because courage means action despite fear's presence. Universal intelligence recognizes your readiness. The remaining question involves your own recognition of this truth and willingness to act accordingly. Your transformation creates ripple effects that extend far beyond personal satisfaction into collective human advancement. The world needs what you carry, and the time for delivery has arrived. The internal voice that drew you to this recognition has been preparing you for conscious participation in your own evolution. Every experience, challenge, and growth moment contributed to this culmination point where preparation transforms into purposeful action. Your readiness signals not just personal achievement, but participation in larger evolutionary currents moving through human consciousness. Individual transformation creates collective possibilities that benefit everyone through expanded models of what humans can become and accomplish. The universe recognizes its own creative potential expressing through your unique configuration of abilities, perspectives, and experiences. Your emergence into full readiness activates dormant possibilities that have been waiting for someone exactly like you to bring them into manifestation. This recognition carries responsibility along with expanded capability. Your willingness to embrace your readiness creates permission for others to discover their own. Leadership happens through example rather than instruction, And your transformation demonstrates what becomes possible when people stop waiting and start embodying their potential. The moment has arrived for conscious partnership with forces that have been guiding your development. Trust in this partnership creates acceleration beyond what individual effort could achieve, while maintaining alignment with universal intelligence that sees far beyond current circumstances toward magnificent possibilities awaiting activation through your conscious participation.